All right, everything is on. Let me just move that a little closer. Still need to get a proper boom for that. All right, hey guys, welcome, welcome to the new corner, I guess. So as I was saying the week before, I moved. Welcome to the new place. I still need to do a proper walk around for you guys to show you it, but we're still in the middle of unpacking. You can't see it because I've very carefully selected my camera angle here, but literally just out of frame over here are the washer and dryer that are really crappy looking right now because we have them pulled out because they're not hooked up. And on this side, there's a whole stack of boxes you can't see. So no matter which way you look, there's yeah. So once all of it's cleaned up, it'll be a wider angle. But until then, this is what you guys get. Yeah. Is that my living room? It's actually my space, I guess is the best way to put it. So it's kind of like a full-on, more like a lounge area. Here I have my computer desk and everything, my setup. Right behind me here is my sofa. You can see the television there in the back. There's a whole ton of game systems hooked up underneath it. You can kind of see some of it if I rotate my chair a little bit. So I'm still kind of working on it right now, but for more or less, like, it's good. I was just playing PlayStation a little while ago, just making sure, you know, breaking it all in. It's good stuff. All right. Anyways, let's get. Nice. And that's the other thing we need too. We need to kill all these damn flies that got in because we left the door open while we were moving stuff, and a bunch of insects have moved in. God, I hate flies. Anyways, let's get cracking on the new week content. We got one arena suit, the gacha stuff, alterations. That's pretty much it. Nothing crazy. No build project pilots or anything I gotta worry about. Thank God. All right, we'll start off from the top as we normally do. We'll hit up the event content, then we'll go look at what's in the event shop, gacha, the Twitter videos, and then we'll wrap on up. And no new alterations this week? Yes! Show us the bed. All right, so I actually still don't have a bed. What happened was I got a mattress and I ordered it, and it's been delayed a bunch. So it's supposed to be coming this Saturday, and then I'll have a bed, but not in here. I actually have a bedroom upstairs. Anyways, onto the actual serious business, because I do want to get back to lounging. That sofa is hella comfy. All right. So, Corin Nander and his Kapool. Okay, wow, there's very few parts. I will say, when there's very few parts like this, you know, less than 6 parts or less, I think is kind of the ideal. That's the best to tune up and get to 90, because that's where you get the bingo from and get all the extra stuff from the week. Once you start getting into like 7, 8, 9 parts, right, it has a bunch of accessories and stuff, it's not as cost effective anymore to do all the upgrading for it. So anyways, Corin Nander's Kapool, the torso with head integrated, missile launcher, A- Pierce D Power 7 magazine. It's really interesting to see an integrated torso welfare with a magazine. Unfortunately, it's garbage, but we're gonna just move on. Heavy armor amphibious, the infamous amphibious tag. On one hand, I'm actually kind of okay with this because we have very few suits with the amphibious tag. Simultaneously though, why the amphibious tag? To my knowledge, there's one trait that activates with this that's anywhere in the ballpark of decent. That's not enough to warrant slotting it in. Alright. Heavy armor at least is more of a tertiary for shot because it does boost your shot attack and defense. You can use it as a pocket melee defense one, but honestly you're probably better off with melee attack unless you're very specifically speccing into defense stuff. And statistically, it is an integrated part, so it is kind of like a 2-in-1 wombo here. Statistically, we're looking at about 5,000 or so shot attack, which is actually, oh, okay, a little less than that. It's more like, what, 4,600 change or so? Yeah, 4,600 change. The thing is, though, for a welfare head, that's still on the high end. Typically, welfare heads are going to be running about 30, oh, actually, no, 2,700 we see on the typical high ends. Some of them have gone up to 3K. So seeing this, where if you took out 3,000, right, and you still carried over the shot defense and everything, you'd be sitting pretty still well over 1,500. That's definitely above the average for shot attack for a welfare part. So that's dope stuff. Good. Melee, it's pretty much token melee here. You're looking at about 1,300, 1,400 split between the head and the torso. You know, 600, 700 a pop. Not a big deal. But I will say the shot attack on this is actually relatively high, you know, for a welfare. So, good stuff. The word tag's not great. EX skill, effectively a write-off though. Alright, let's check the arms. Now, this event is the right arm of death, or something very similar. Yeah, anyways, hopefully the arms are good. Rocket Punch, B+ Pierce D power. So I'm gonna make the joke. Is this Kapool meant to give us the D? Because that seems to be what it's doing right. Okay. Heavy armor, amphibious again. I've already talked about those tags. Statistically, all right, 3,300 or so. Right, 3,300 or so melee attack. Yep. And shot defense, looking at about 1,500 or so shot. For power welfare arms, you know, that's actually relatively high. That does beat out some 4-star parts. Then again, we are in the season of power creep. EX skills, meh. Word tags, workable for heavy armor, but amphibious is a write-off. And statistically, it's pretty okay. Alright, legs. Arm parts EX skill power boosted by 25%. Sounds really good on paper for this suit. However, you can't really do much with the power. You're working with a very crappy foundation. So with this, yeah, it is a solid multiplier. It'll be nice to use if you currently on your primary suit lack a good leg trait. Get EX skill power boost on arms. Oh, excuse me. And right now we do have a lot of really good EX selection for both shot and melee in the arm department. So solid. If you don't have any good traits in the legs, here you go. Heavy armor, close combat. All right, we get rid of amphibious and bring in close combat. I like that a lot more. These are both solid tertiary tags. One for melee, one for shot. Good stuff. In the offensive department, we're looking at about 1,400 or so melee attack and about 850, 875 shot. Remember, legs and backpack tend to be the lowest statted parts of a suit frame, so seeing it break 1,000 is actually pretty dang good, especially more so considering the welfare status of the suit. So honestly, looking at this part, the stats are, for a welfare, pretty okay. Yeah, good stuff there. The trait, I like it a lot. If it had a higher multiplier or had an alteration available, you could probably make the argument that it'd be good in, you know, end game. But as it is, it's still strong. Not with the Kapool's Arm EX though, but it's a strong trait. And the word tags are workable for both shot and melee. It's pretty good all around in that sense. And the weapon. The large Minchi drill. The Pierce B+ power. Alright, low cooldown. Raise your melee defense by 24%. So the effect of this EX skill, it's not that great. The damage on paper looks good. Do remember that just because something has B or B+ power doesn't actually mean that it's good. In practice, B+ means it'll hit hard, but we do have examples, like 3, 4, 5 of them, but they exist, where a B or B plus power EX skill, it's like a wet noodle. So, kind of gotta, try it out and see if the numbers are working. Honestly, it's okay. The B plus power is nice, the low cooldown is nice. The animation looks to be a very quick like uppercut and then a like an axe drop effectively, so it's like a 1-2 hit. So that seems to be quick and to the point. I'd have to see the animation for it, but on paper this looks pretty good. I'm not so sure about the melee defense reduction, but it gives I really need to sleep more. Anyways, it really does bring more options to the table at the end of the day, because we do have a slew of attack boosting EX skills already. So melee defense down, sure. Or melee defense up, sure. We'll add something new to the table. It's okay. Statistically, you're looking at a welfare weapon, maybe a little on the higher side, because typically welfare weapons have about 3,400 melee. So, okay, I'll take that. A little higher than the average. Heavy armor, close combat again. Overall, the Kapool boasts a very interesting spread of stats. A lot of its parts seem to lean towards shot. And then, its EX skills are all melee. Its weapon is melee and it's decent. So kind of just at a loss at what I'm looking at here is a cohesive suit, but individually the parts will be nice stat sticks for new players, absolutely. There's a new gacha on Friday. I don't know about it. I didn't see any announcements about it. People seem to be taking a good old random stab in the dark because they don't like the current banner. Alright, let's take a look at the shop. What do we got for mode plugins? Range, skill, and charge. Okay. Cool stuff. Alright, what do we have in here? We have our technique chips. I definitely don't need more of those. High firepower, GM type, high mobility, support type, and 4 base. I'm definitely going to be picking up some high mobility and high firepower here. That'll be nice. Alright. What are our master build striking? Is that the Amatsu or Amatsu Mina? Amatsu Mina. Sweet, I can pick up some more of it. Awesome. Looking at these 3 suits, I don't recall anything that really jumps out at me. If I were to make a suggestion in that I don't remember anything and you don't know any parts in your head that are top tier or anything, perhaps pick up the Master Cloth if you're able to. It's for new players anyways, it's a very powerful whip. Whips have a really good attack animation, large coverage. Yeah, you could also pick the frame for the mobile fighter tag if I remember correctly, which is really useful for melee suits. Oh, the build strike is the Chobum shield, is it? Dang, that actually changes that, because the Chobum shield is... Oh, look. Build strike. Oh yeah, it's the Chobum. So Scratch, you're going to want to grab this. So it's a B Power 11 magazine that goes on your shield slot. It's extremely powerful. So this is the golden goose, right, for this event cycle. Thanks for reminding me of the Chobum shield. I don't know why I forgot it was the build strike, but at the same time, a lot of parts to remember. Did you do the welfare pilot? Oh, right. Thanks for reminding me. It's really rare for us to have a welfare pilot, so I forget. I forget a lot of things if you haven't noticed. Alright, let's take a look at Corin Nander proper. I'm gonna regret this, aren't I? Oh yeah, I'm already regretting it. Look at that smug mug. Alright. So, Corin Nander. With technique attribute, melee crit rate boosted by 17%. So technique is pretty easy to activate, however, crit in this game is really just not worth investing into. Don't let me stop you though. If you want to go for a 100% crit build, be my guest. Just no, it's not that. Heavy armor, close combat tags, those are, again, really nice tertiary tags to have available on demand. Statistically, Actually, for a 3-star pilot, he's actually pretty okay. He's rocking what? 1800, 1900 melee attack, about 1400 shot. Yeah, no, for a 3-star, he actually got some really good stats as an infighter. Yeah. Hey, you put him 4 stars to shame, bro. Alright, let's pop on over to the gacha, take a look at those and the Twitter videos, and everyone keeps saying there's no alters to look at this week, so that's dope. Also, I'm sorry for my hair looking like a fucking fire hazard. We haven't had hot water in this building since we moved in on last Saturday, or the Saturday we just had. We actually just had the guys come in today to give us a new water heater. Turns out the other one was completely busted. So, yeah. It's been fun. That's all I can say. Arena suit. Right. Arena suit. You know what? No, I was going to say remind me after I'm done looking at the gacha stuff. But you know what? I'm going to look at it now because I'll forget. I know I'll forget. Alright, we'll look at Harrison Martin first, then we'll look at the Gundam. Alright, with technique attribute, EX skill piercing boosted by 22%. So EX skill piercing effectively refers to how much of the enemy's defense and resistance you ignore when you hit them. A 22% boost is pretty solid, but you do have to be playing against a really end game suit for that to really matter. So kind of trade-offs on that one. It's okay. Not a terrible trait, not really the best trait, comfortably in the middle. Alright, Federation and Force Space. It's nice seeing a Federation tag, good tertiary. Force Space, I'm not the biggest fan of it. He rocks the mid-shooter tag, nice and statistically. Okay, so we're looking at about, what, 1900, 1850 shot, give or take, yeah? And 1700 melee. Not bad, you know, not bad. Yeah, for an arena pilot, it's actually pretty okay. It's got some good stats in the pocket, it's got the Federation tag. It's alright. Now, nothing groundbreaking, but considering he's free. Alright, let's take a look at the F91 Harrison Martin Custom. Alright, full power mode. Raise your speed by 20%, raise your melee attack by 19%, raise your shot attack by 29%. Alright, now if this was a squad-wide buff, this would actually be pretty dang solid, but as it's a self-buff, it's okay. For a 3-star suit, actually, it's really, really good, because typically 3 stars don't see higher than 19% on their primary modifiers until post-alteration if it's lucky enough to have one. So seeing one coming out of the box with 29% on the shot attack mod, and then you get the token 19 on the melee, alright, sure. Pretty okay for a 3-star. Federation Commander, those are some really good shot tags right there, both of them. Solid stuff. Numerically, we're looking at about 3300 shot attack. Alright, you know, as I was just saying, typically we see welfares run about 2700 on the higher end these days. So this is doing pretty hot fire for itself as a 3-star, breaking past 3k without any difficulty. Awesome stuff. Alright, torso. Mega Machine Cannon. B Power 11 magazine, solid torso. You can freely move, and it's a machine cannon. Last I checked, machine cannons are the larger projectiles, more like battleship cannons than machine guns. So, alright, cool stuff. Again, much like I said about the other EX skill that was B plus power in nature, this will require someone to actually use it to make sure it is as printed on the tin that's actually doing the damage it should be. But I don't see this being an issue. All the B power magazines we've had are consistently good, so I wouldn't assume this one is too, just as it goes. Federation Force Space, alright, so we've already gotten rid of the commander tag. Numerically, about 1200 melee, 1200 shot, cool stuff. Yeah, no, for a 3-star, that's pretty nice. Right, arms. Back parts EX skill power boosted by 30%. Okay. Lots of really good EX skills on back, so no problem there. Good modifier on it. Nice. Numerically, it's an integrated part with the shield, so the stats are going to be a little higher than normal here. Melee attack, we're looking at about, what, 850? 36, 3790, 3590. Yeah, it's about 3590 melee attack. Or, no, not 35, 45. 45, 40? Man, my brain's just completely lost the numbers here. 8, 5, 9. Yeah, no, so 4, 5, 9. So about 4600 melee attack. For a pair of integrated arms, it's pretty good. Pretty good. For a shot attack, we're looking at about, what, 2500 or so shot? Not bad. For an integrated 3-star part, those are some pretty high numbers. Federation 4 space again. Right, I like Federation, don't like 4 space. Great. Arms. Back parts EX skill power boost by 30%. This looks familiar. We are already here. Don't mind me. Like I said earlier, I need more sleep. Alright. With rifle category equipped, enemy melee power reduced by 30%. So with rifle category equipped, that means your primary ranged weapon slot's going to have to be a beam rifle type weapon. Those are a dime a dozen in the discount bins of every single gacha available in this game and through our pick tickets and all sorts of stuff, so you can get this triggered no problem. The enemy melee power reduction is a good modifier, but it only applies for the suit this part is actually on, which heavily restricts the actual usefulness of this trait. It's not bad, not good. Federation, oh, we get the commander tag back. Nice, nice, nice. And numerically, we're looking at about what? 1200 melee, 1200 shot. Alright. You know, pair of legs, pretty good. Alright, let's check the backpack. The VSBR. B Power 7 magazine. Spicy. Alright. A lot less in terms of magazine than the torso did, but is what it is, right? Alright. Yeah, no, that's on paper, solid stuff. Federation Commander, nice. Numerically, we're looking at about, what, 1100, 1200 melee attack and about 1400 shot. Backpack, looks solid. Alright, Beam Sword. When attribute affinity with enemy is neutral, enemy melee power reduced by 30%. So, as much as I enjoy these attribute-related things, because, you know, there's a lot of neat things you can do with it, like, most of the time when you run into combat, unless you're really paying attention, you're not going to know what attribute you're running against. So, going to have limited use there, I think, until you know exactly what you're fighting against. But, you know, much like I said before, it's okay. Not bad, you know, the enemy melee power reduction. Now, let's look at this statistically. 3,500, almost 3,600 melee attack, and token amounts of shot. Alright. For a 3-star, solid. Yeah, you are right, man, in that you can set your attribute to none. But some people don't have good enough parts to build a good suit that can do that. Alright, the F91 Harrison Martin Beam Rifle. When Federation, shooting damage output boosted by a flat number. That's garbage. Statistically, there's 3,700 shot attack, token armor, and resistances. Okay, no, that beam rifle's... spicy tamales, not that great. With technique attribute, shooting damage taken reduced by a flat number. That's equally as friggin' useless. Jesus. Yeah, it is a part. That's what that beam rifle is, and frankly, that's what this beam launcher is as well. The only saving grace it has is its word tags, frankly. Everything else is just kind of like, yeah, you exist. Get a gold star for trying. Yikes. Alright. Oh, hey, look at this. Bada boom. Let me just buy these real quick before I forget. You guys probably know, but I'm quite prone to forgetting things. What can I say? Okay. And what are the plugins here? I got enough of those. Cool. So overall, the F91, as was said in the chat, does have crazy stats for a welfare. Pilot's okay as well. I would say nothing terribly amazing. It's nice to see 2 new solid B power magazines available without needing alterations. So that's a plus. Beyond that though, it's mostly just a giant stat stick, but it does that very well as a 3-star suit. How do I have that much? We're not going to talk about how I have so many arena coins, right? That's all I'm going to say. Alright, let's go check out the capsule prize and do that now. Check out the gacha. Gundam Gremory. Yeah, you are right. The F91 up to this point has been locked behind that really annoying premium capsule or whatever you have to use the event coins on. So finally having a free to obtain F91 available, even if it is still limited time, it's a couple of months. That's good stuff. Alright, Gundam Gremory. I believe this one looked really cool from the front. Yeah. I don't like the head, but the rest of it looks pretty good. Alright, Gundam Gremory. When one enemy shot down, melee power boosted by 30%. So the melee power boost is really solid, 30%. Nice. However, the one enemy shot down requirement heavily restricts the amount of content you can actually use it in. To keep it in perspective, you're not going to be able to use it in one-on-one arenas for obvious reasons. You're not going to be able to use it on multi-missions where there's only one enemy. But most other content, you're going to have no issue activating this melee power boost. So, you know, it depends on the scenario you're using it in, but that's a pretty solid. Gundam type close combat, both those are really nice tertiary tags, not primaries. So, good selection there, gives you some flexibility. Numerically, Alright. So we're looking at about, what, 2,700 shot attack and about 1,700 melee attack? Okay, that's a lot of melee attack for a standard head. Like, a lot of melee attack. Yeah. That's pretty good. And then it has your token shot in there. But for a melee head, it was stuff. Right. Torso. Oh yeah, the F91 build. We don't talk about build projects as a thing. Like, yeah, they were added to the game, but it's just not obtainable for most players because you gotta roll so much. Alright, Gundam Gremory Torso with Axe category equipped to revive. Revive with 50% armor 1 time, so it's a guaranteed guts. I'm not the biggest fan of guts. I'm always, you know, the sayer of if you die, you deserved it. Don't think you're gonna pull out with guts. If you're dying to the content, you probably shouldn't be running it. So, at least it's a guaranteed revive, not like one, 10% chance to revive crap that we've seen. So at least in that sense, it's a guarantee. But Gundam type close combat, cool. Now statistically, what? That's 2,400 melee attack, about 800 shot. Lots of melee. Lots and lots of melee. Arms. Arm mounted autocannon. E-power. I'm not even going to go a single inch further. It's a shame too, because I think those arms look pretty cool. It's got almost like, if you've ever played games where there's a monk class that fights with their fist, this thing's got like the armor stuff going on. I think that's pretty cool. But, yeah, I know that EX skill's a waste. Alright, Gundam type 4 Tundra. That's a 4 tag we haven't seen in a long time. Neat. Statistically, what, that's 5,300 melee attack or so and about 1,900 shot. Alright. All right, no, solid pair of arms, not even integrated. Did I roll on the perfect strike freedom? So I did record my rolls for that. I just never got around to uploading them because of the move. I'm not going to spoil the results of my roll for you, though. I will just upload the rolls. There's not going to be any audio or anything with it besides just game audio, because yeah, you know, I didn't do any voiceover or anything for it. I just rolled. Thinking about that, actually, because of my new setup, because of the freedom I have now to be able to stream whenever I really want to, your guys are going to be seeing a lot more. I guess the best way to put it is not really guerrilla streams, but content. For example, I reinstalled Tales of the Rays because they're doing a Tales of Arise collaboration that starts in a day and a half JST. If you're interested in Tales, I highly recommend you download Tales of the Rays and get your account kind of prepped up for it. You know, you get a lot of stuff as a new player, because you can get Alphen and Xion as well as their Halloween variants. I'm super excited for it. I'm going to be doing a roll stream on that one because that's got me super hyped. Punishing Grey Raven, whenever new banners come out in that, I'll be doing video uploads for that as well. So I guess it's more like you're just going to be seeing a lot more variety content uploaded as normal stuff. As for streams, I'm still hammering out the details as to what I want to do with those, because yeah, right now I don't have a space in which I can comfortably build a Gunpla. But do I have the box near me? Give me a second here, guys. That's still unpacked here. Because, like, got this one. Like, I got this kit that I tried to do in the giveaway, and yeah, no one claimed it, so I just did it. I got another one I'm ready to do as well. Like, I got these. I got the one I showed off from the package a while back. The humongous freak. It was the new Verka, I believe. I'm looking forward to that. I just don't have a space to build it, but when I do, I'm going to be doing a stream, you know, doing that first time build. I hope Crow shows up. I'm going to let him know I'm doing it, and I hope she shows up. What kit was it? The two I brought out were the Dynamis and the Astray No Name. The kit, I'm pretty sure, is the new Verka that Bandai sent me, the big one. I did the unboxing stream that showed it all. Yeah. Good stuff. What was the first game you said? Tales. Oh, okay. So the first game I actually talked about was Tales of the Rays. Let me see here. I should be able to grab a quick shot of it. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there's their Twitter. Perfect. So I don't even have to do any effort here. I will have to trim this a little bit though. This is their Twitter, Tales of the Rays. But yeah, they did have a global version of this game, and I played it, and I loved it. But they EOS'd it, and I'm not that surprised, because the Japanese version has two different currencies. They have a free currency, Dia, that you can farm, and then a premium currency, it's RG if I remember correctly, that you can only spend real money to get. The problem was when they ported the game over for the global audience, they did away with Dia and made all the farmable stuff RG. But the problem was they never got rid of all the premium banners that you had to spend real money on to roll, and you get boosted rates if you used the premium currency. So you would just farm, and it was as if you were constantly whaling every single roll, because you would always get all these boosted rates and guarantees because you were using the premium currency. It was a lot of fun. I got a lot of really good stuff in that game, obviously with the stupidly boosted rates. But But overall, they unfortunately did have to EOS, and I'm really sad. But the JP version's still going strong. So if you have the space, I recommend downloading it. Try it out. It uses the normal Tails LMBS battle system, which is just, I love it. I love it. I just had to stop playing because I got kind of swamped with other stuff. So, anyways, enough of the tangent. Let's get back to Gunpla. Okay, so Gundam Gremory legs, I believe. Yes, this is where we left off. With technique attribute, melee crit rate boosted. So the technique is really easy to activate, but the melee crit I've already talked about. It's not really that great. It's not worth the investment. Gundam Type 4 Tundra, workable Gundam Type tag. The 4 Tundra is effectively a write-off. Statistically, we're looking at about 1900 melee attack or so, 1950. Solid numbers for a set of legs. And token shot attack, you know, it's what, 700 or so? Okay. Melee wise, good stats. Trait, not great. Word tags, one of them is workable. Right, backpack. Well, Gundam type, melee power boosted by 30%. Super easy to get Gundam type. It is available in so many suits. It's available in so many pilots. You have no issue getting that. And you get a melee power boost. Good stuff. Unfortunately, the back slot is a very highly contested slot considering all the EX skills that are on there, all the banger traits that are on there. So, high contest slot, but good contender. And that's before it even gets altered, right? Statistically, we're looking at about 800 or so shot attack, and we're looking at about what, 2400 melee. That is like Sokai tier melee on that backpack. What the fuck? That is legitimately insane melee. Dang. Gundam Type 4 Tundra again. No, that is a solid friggin' backpack, though. Alright, Battle Anchor. Hey, anyone who likes scythes, here you go. Raging Anchor, B+ power, D Pierce. Alright, cool. Cool. I will have to see this in action on the Twitter feed, though, because I want to know what the animation looks like before I really make a yay or nay on it, because that's a big problem with the melee EX skills with, you know, where you swing a weapon around. It's a hit or miss. Either it's going to be a really short and sweet animation that you can't whiff even if you tried, or it's going to be a long one that's slow, plodding, dragging, and it's super easy to whiff and the enemy can just walk away kind of deal. On paper, though, it looks good. Melee attack, 5.5. What the hell? This is like, the weapon in the backpack are like Sokai tier stats, man. This is weird. Gundam type, close combat, really nice tertiaries too. Shit. No, so this isn't considered the end of the month Sokai because this is a standard Gunpla banner. This isn't a Sokai, which is really weird because this is technically the last week of the month. So, is what it is. Yeah, no, the Gremory is actually pretty decent. It's got some really nice parts in it. Dang. Alright, let's take a look at our pilots here. And then I'm gonna go and sleep, I think, because I'm friggin' exhausted. Alright, Hideto Washiya. Supporter. What are we looking at stat-wise? Wow, 1,000 across the board. What was that guy's name with the full, like, Iron Maiden mask going on? Rozo or something, where he had like 600 across all the stats or something. Yeah, he just got completely outplayed by this supporter 3-star. Xeon, high mobility. Xeon's a very interesting tag to see on a pilot. Good stuff. Not really that great though. It's like a niche kind of deal. A high mobility. That's a much more common tertiary tag to see. Activates a lot of cool traits. Sure. What technique attribute? Recover 10 armor gradually. That's nothing. So just to put it in perspective, recover 10 armor gradually. This pilot alone has 1,062 armor at max. That is 100 and 7 ticks to fill this part's armor value alone. That doesn't count the other 7 parts of your suit. That's no. And Lewis Hellevy Innovate. Hey, look at that. Cool beans. When one enemy shot down, boost job gauge by 50% once. So when one enemy shot down, I've already talked about that. The job gauge boost I personally don't like very much. I don't feel like job licenses and bursts are really doing anything amazing yet. They're better than they were, but they're still not that useful. Each their own. If you're, you've developed it, you got really good numbers on it, whatever, do it. Don't let me stop you. It's just not my personal cup of tea. I think there's better stuff. High firepower for space, thematically on point here. High firepower is a very solid tertiary, can be used for a ton of different stuff. Statistically, buddy, hold on. So she breaks 3,000 shot attack before you even put any marks on her. She effectively has offensively build project stats. And she's a long shooter too. Oh boy. Hey, what? This is insane. Not close to build project. What do you mean? This is pre-alter, dude. This isn't post-alter. This is pre-alter. Pre-alter, after all modifiers, she's sitting at like 3,100 shot attack. Post-alter, she'd be sitting at what? Probably 3,500, no questions asked. That's insane for a gacha pilot. Yeah, I'm really curious, Flammy, which, yeah, I'm not counting just like her, like it's carryover too, right? It's insane. And it becomes even crazier when you give her all of the marks. Like, that's 8,300 shot attack. She literally matches build project Mikazuki in terms of like offensive numbers here as a standard. You gotta remember, this isn't a build project. This is literally, you wait 4 weeks, you can just throw AI pick tickets, get her to 99, you're done. You have the best shot pilot in the game. All right. It's absolutely bonkers. Yeah, and 40% change gears are here too, so her stats can get even higher if you worked on that. That's wow. Out of all the things I was expecting tonight doing this stream, I wasn't expecting the pilot, a standard pilot, to be the best thing here. All things considered coming into this stream tonight. Now, I believe that's everything, because you guys said that there were no alterations this week. I've already gone over all the other content that was added, so I think I'm done, yeah? You guys got anything else hiding up your sleeves? Gone over the arena stuff? Gone over the gacha, the event? I think we're done here. I'm all out of the blue ones. Shame. How many premium tickets have I saved up? That's a good question, actually. Let me check. I think I've been using them as I get them. I still need to do my 10x free capsules. I've been really slacking on those. Yeah, I've already done that. I don't have any other thing. Actually, not true. Let me check my gift box real quick. Oh, is that it? Okay, so I don't get to do that. Right. Oh, anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Oh, I am so freaking tired. Sleeping on an air mattress, it works, but it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. Is Axis skill worth getting? Are you talking about the Axis drop, like colony drop? Yes. So colony drop is really powerful, not only because of its damage mod, but also because of the fact that it's a humongous AoE that gives you a ton of iframes. So pretty much when you start using it, it goes into like a frozen state cutscene where you float up, you point your weapon into the sky, it shoots the beam out. And then during the entire time where you swing it down and you're waiting for the colony to come down and your character slowly drifts back to the ground, you're still iframed the entire time. You're effectively invulnerable until there's about a second left for the colony to hit the ground, and that's the only time whoever's attacking you has a window to do anything to you. Outside of that, you're just invulnerable. And then the colony hits, massive map wide, no, not map wide, but it's a huge AoE shockwave, and it just mows everything down. It ignores terrain. It's great. I love it. It is a lot of haro chips to do. Hey, Flammy, you know, I didn't think that they would add limited time alters into the permanent pool, but here we are. So it's never too crazy to think, especially with the way the game's been going, that we're going to start seeing some crazier stuff, like normal pilots getting alters. I hope the mattress is good on your back. It's not. It's really not. That's why I'm sitting so awkwardly all the time, because my back is so freaking sore. But what can you do? It's crappy air mattress. Yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. I should have some not streamed content coming shortly, because I got the Tales of the Rays banner starting soon, and some other stuff. So, guys, peace out. I'll see you guys in the next one.